Welcome everybody, my name is Rico, and today I will be doing a walkthrough of TeamDaikon's first level. Alright, so as we continue from the hub, we gotta jump over this fence over here. There are a few boxes to our left that we could use. Right, we'll push it right here next to this piece of lump of a terrain, jump on it, and proceed by jumping across the fence. So there are some collectibles that the player can grab. Right, we crouch and proceed through the bunker, and as you can see, the entryway is now blocked. So we use our flashlight to navigate through this area of the warehouse and proceed by going up these shelves, followed by a few small mechanics where the player must jump, knock off a few things. There's another cash item right here. So we proceed by going across these planks, and right here, this is our exit way. We need to use the grab to push these blocks out of the way. The player would jump across. Our main objective is to turn on those flickering lights to activate the statue over there across where the plaza is. But for the time being, we need to cross this area, which is blocked. So cars are in the way here, so we got to find a different path to get across. We do that by moving these pieces of planks out of the way. Crouch through here, and crouch again, because there is a turret here, and every time that you see something on the floor that you can sneak past the turret, definitely use it. However, in this next setup here, which you can knock down these rocks and go through that path, or go through this path, which there aren't anything which you can sneak past, so you will be taking damage if you take that way. However, you will collect a key that you can use later on. Alright, our next setup here is to jump across this next fence. We have a dumpster and a box. We use that to jump up across, and we proceed to the next area. So there is an obvious pathway here which the player must take. Again, there are some flickering lights over here turning on and off, and we need to go up upon the buildings and set those lights to be completely on. Alright, we do that by jumping on those planks on those cylinders there. Use a box to activate the first one. It's touching a little. Once the beam is activated, a noise will play, as you can hear. We'll use this one. There we go. Another one's activated. And the final pressure plate, which will open the animator for the secret bunker under the statue, is right here. And we'll just push this one right there. And the swervo movement sound plays as soon as that one's activated. Now I did add barbed wires, that way the player won't just jump from the buildings to the floor. This will take some damage off. So we proceed down here. Another turret. We've got to crouch and sneak past it. Alright. There's an optional task over here where you can collect a key to get the forbidden item up above over here in the other building. But we will just grab the grab and upgrade for right now. Pick this up. Push it across with E. Statue falls, and here we go. We proceed passing the statue. Alright. And our graviton upgrade is used to push large, heavy objects out of the way, so we will be using it for the bulldozer here, and we activate it. This pushes it out of the way, and this gives us our exit to proceed on to the next level. So there is another item here, which is a book, and you must jump to collect that one, and that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the next level, leading on to Cynthia's.
After leaving our Taro's level, the player is greeted by a little spooky forest scene. It's not too spooky because it is kind of the middle of the day, but still it gives a little bit of an eerie, creepy feeling. We have some collectibles here that they can pick up. Starts with a money collectible, which we have throughout the level. I'm sorry, throughout the project. And then we do have our rods, which are the featured asset of my particular scene. They will be able to go in and open the door, which is kind of the first part of their first objective. Another part requires them to jump over this wall here. And make their way back. They do need to run around here a little bit through the forest to actually pick up a couple of collectibles back here. Once they do that, they will be able to come back around and finish their objective of finding a way into the town. We do have a little bit of platforming here where they're able to build up on these crates, onto the buildings, and up onto these taller buildings to get some collectibles. They will have to remember from Arturo's level that they do need to use the flashlight in some dark areas, which there are a few. And again, they will need to practice some of their crouching and jumping, which they're pretty familiar with now at this point. We do have a little side section here that's filled with, kind of some trash and some rubble and things like that. They can move to get some more collectibles. Again, a little bit more crouching to get through to the other side here. Once they enter out of the building, exit out of the building, there's a little more platforming. They can actually go up on top of this building here to get some more collectibles. And then from that building, they're able to actually go back behind, which they can reach it by getting past this rubble here as well. Behind there are some more collectibles that they can reach. This is a little hidden area. And then we have one final hidden area if they do build up to get to the top of this building. There are some collectibles there, and then behind in a little wooden area, there is one last little hidden thing that they can find. This is our featured asset. It is meant to be a shadow puzzle, but it doesn't quite cooperate with some of the lighting that we have, so it doesn't quite function that way. Right now it's really just a door trigger, and basically shows the map of how to go through the maze. So once they've triggered the door, they will come out here, go down the stairs, and this is another area where they're going to need to use the flashlight, which is why the map comes so in handy, because they will definitely need to remember how to get out of here once they aren't able to see much. There isn't a whole lot in the maze other than, it's basically just a maze. They're not able to see. They do need to follow the map, so that's where the interactivity comes in. If you know the route like I do, obviously it's a little bit boring, but because of how dark it is and needing to find your way through here, that gives it a little bit more of a challenge. There are some collectibles scattered out through here, a couple things for the player to find that they can kind of explore a little bit. Once they do get around to the end, it does trigger, they did find the end. There's one last collectible they can get, and then there is a keypad on the door that they are able to hit to trigger the exit, where they will then go out into these stairs that lead to Randall's level.
This is the water treatment facility by Randall Stevens. And there were some last minute lighting issues that caused a lot of problems within my level, and for the time being you can get through it using a flashlight, but that is a major issue that is going to be resolved as soon as the next time I get on. What you're doing, you're getting into the water treatment facility, and once you get over the fence, you can see that you can actually use the gravinal on the platform that's similar to the one that you just walked across to get over to the next building, and you can see a pallet that you can use crates on to stack crates on to get a little higher. Once you get up onto the last building, you can actually go up and see that there is a way in there, and it's letting you know that you're not going to be able to just jump across, and you can find a platform like the one before to stretch across and make a path into the facility. Climb up, drop it off, slide it up to the window. Once you're inside the facility, you'll reach your second checkpoint, and you'll have to pass through the office building part of it, where you've got a bunch of desks and some broken bookcases. Exploring around a little bit for the blueprints, you can actually find the cash icon or cash pickup hidden over in the corner. On this side, the blueprints are actually there, and you pick them up by pressing E, and I am getting a message volume to tell the player to do that when they walk up to it. Because you picked up the blueprints, it gives you a message volume telling you little tricks you use to repair the facility, like installing the filters. When you get to the next one, you'll actually find that this door is blocked from the other side, and you need to find another way in. So when you're exploring around other areas to be able to get into that room, you'll see that there's an area you can crawl through. Once you're in, you'll see what's blocking the door, a stack of crates. Once you remove the crates, it actually activates the interactive volume for the door, so that you can just go ahead and walk up to that and press E and open it. We saw the filter in here, so we can just come over here and pick that up and go and install it onto our second filter system. And then we can go see if there's anything else around here that we can repair. You have one more filter system kind of hidden behind the crates to entice the player to look around the bottom and fix that one first. This one is actually missing two, and both of them are in fairly dangerous areas. There's one out in the toxic water. If you were to try and cross through the water right now, it would kill you and send you back to the last checkpoint before you made it across. But you can get the first filter pretty easily off the crates and back over onto the filter containers. Right now they are specific to which container they go into, but that's something else I'm going to alter, is to make it to where you can use any filter on any of the containers and it be able to install them. Having both of those installed in there will take away the toxicity of the water, so now instead of dying, you can go ahead and run across there. I did have a green glow to the water to let the player know that the water was toxic. That went away when they cleared it out, but that had issues at the too close to end to be able to fix in time. Fixing the engine, I'll be able to tell the player that the which engine is broken once they examine it a little bit closer, and the engine part's hidden back here, so if you just use the gravinal to drag that around like were the filters earlier, you can go ahead and install that. made the engines a lot more visible, so you can see or try and see the piece attaching to the engine. And now that that's installed, the button will work and raise the door and detoxify the water. And the second cache pickup I have hidden within my level is back here. When I'm altering the lights, I am going to put a light source overhead, over top of it, so that the player's eye is drawn over to it. And now that the water's not toxic, you can go ahead and just drop down.
In the final scene, we're going to be proceeding to a library. We first pick up the mission, and then need to find a way into the building. Using this old log, we can push it over and create a hole in the wall. Once inside, we're going to find a locked door, which we can proceed to unlock using the spin wheel on the ground. In this next area, we're going to be doing a simple jumping mechanic. We must use the crates and put them in the correct position to allow us a clear jumping path over the bookcases. Once we clear this area, we're going to be blocked from getting to the next room by this table jammed in the door. Using the grab nail, we're going to push it out of the way. And in this next room, we're going to find our next asset, which is fire, which is the main damager to the player and is a way to drive tension to push the player forward. Small fires we're going to be able to jump over, while larger ones we must use obstacles and platforms to make our way across. To proceed upstairs, we're going to need to unlock the stairwell door using another spin wheel. Once on the third floor, we're going to be going through some mechanic use. First, we're going to clear away these crates using the grab nail push ability. And then proceed to a jump over and crawl under bookcase obstacles. The next room is going to provide us with our next asset, which is using these pillars to create bridges over the fire. Once we create this bridge, we're able to pass over without taking damage. We're going to grab our collectibles and then proceed into the next area to repeat the same mechanic with the bridge. These last set of boxes, which we're going to clear away, also hold one of our objective books. We're going to proceed down the elevator shaft to the first floor. Once on the first floor, we're going to be taking our mechanic to a higher level. We're going to not only push over these pillars, but also pull them to create a bridge of multiples. Once we make our way past the fire, we're going to grab the final spin wheel to open the exit door. With the door open, we can proceed outside, and we'll find a giant stairwell left. Activating the pillar moves this and swings the stairwell into position. Reaching the top of the stairs, we're going to find a helipad. And once we're up here, the helicopter will activate and arrive. And once we approach the helicopter, it will actually take off and end the level.